Battle Through the Heavens. Chapter 141. A Desperate Escape from the Amethyst Lion Cave. The laxative-tainted fruit buys a fleeting reprieve as Xiaoyan plunders the cave's crystalline heart. He drains the final glowing dregs of essence, fueling a desperate surge through his veins, while the mountain itself begins to groan. Primal fury erupts from the darkness, narrowing the window between a successful heist and a shredded corpse.
Xiaoyan gulped down every stray drop of the companion amethyst essence clinging to the rocks. He wiped the grit from his mouth and looked at Yao Lao's stunned face. He let out a sharp breath.
It would be a waste to leave it,
he said.
Yao Lao nodded slowly.
You are right. It is a waste. Now move. We need to leave before the little beast returns.
Xiaoyan gave the stone one last longing look, then turned and bolted toward the exit. The wind qi left in his body by Yunji surged. His legs moved in a blur, barely touching the ground. He flew through the tunnel. He neared the cave mouth when a roar ripped through the air. The cub of the amethyst-winged Lion King blocked the path, its bestial eyes fixed on him with pure hatred. Xiaoyan skidded, his boots sparking against the floor. He stopped only 10 yards from the creature. Xiaoyan grit his teeth.
Why didn't the powder work on this little monster?
He hissed.
Yao Lao's voice came from the ring, sounding apologetic.
I forgot to mention, the cub is born with that essence. It can feel it. When you broke the crystal, it knew.
Xiaoyan's jaw tightened. He didn't have time to argue. He stared down the massive cub. Purple light began to glow from the crystals on its hide. Without sunlight, it couldn't summon its full purple flame, but it was still a mountain of muscle and rage. The cub stepped forward. The floor shook under its weight. Rocks tumbled from the ceiling. Xiaoyan reached for the heavy black ruler. He unslung it and shoved it into his storage ring. Without the weight, his body felt light as a feather. His dou qi roared through his veins. He stood ready, eyes searching for any gap in the cub's defense. The cub lashed out. Its tail smashed a boulder into dust. It leaped, a wall of purple fur and teeth flying at him. Xiaoyan's calves bunched. He threw his hand upward, a powerful suction force exploding from his palm. He shot toward the ceiling like an arrow. He clung to the jagged stone like a lizard and scrambled over the cub's head. The beast missed its mark. It turned and opened its maw. A stream of purple fire shot toward the ceiling. Xiaoyan felt the skin on his back sear. He let go, tucked into a roll, and sprinted for the light of the exit. The cub roared again, its wings unfurled, beating the cramped air. It hovered inches off the ground and gave chase. Xiaoyan threw handfuls of medicinal powder behind him without looking. Glass vials shattered, filling the air with colored clouds. The cub ignored them, its bulk smashing through the haze. Xiaoyan felt the wind of the beast's breath on his neck. Then, a wave of heat exploded inside his chest. The essence he had swallowed was waking up. Pure energy flooded his meridians, soaking into his bones and flesh. Xiaoyan's heart hammered against his ribs. His speed doubled. His skin turned a deep, bruised purple. The heat was too much. He felt like his blood was turning to steam.
I only took a few drops,
he gasped.
Where is all this power coming from?
The cub saw the purple glow coming from Xiaoyan's body. It went into a frenzy. It lunged, its massive head aiming to crush his spine. Xiaoyan felt the killing intent. He spun around, his hands glowing with a mix of yellow and green dou qi. The purple energy from the essence bled into his palms. He didn't think, he just struck. The impact sounded like a mountain collapsing. Xiaoyan felt his arm bones groan. The force sent him flying backward. He coughed up a spray of blood that soaked his shirt. But the cub took the worst of it. The explosion of mixed energy sent the beast tumbling into the cave wall, leaving a web of cracks in the stone. Xiaoyan hit the ground and rolled. He didn't stop to check his wounds. He saw the cave mouth. He scrambled up and ran. A second wave of fire scorched his back, burning his clothes to ash. He ignored the pain. He reached the edge of the cave and leaped into the blinding sunlight. As he fell, his vision cleared. 2 more magical beasts waited below, their jaws wide. Xiaoyan felt the strength leave his limbs. He was empty. He closed his eyes, waiting for the teeth to sink in. Sudden flashes of sword light cut through the air. The beasts below screamed as they were sliced apart. Xiaoyan felt a pair of soft arms catch him. He smelled a cool, floral scent. He opened his eyes. He saw the worried face of Yunji looking down at him.